I'm sorry. I had a call come in on the other phone, so I had to stop my video. But as I was saying, Blueface, you need to get your life together, my baby, because you been in jail for 2 years and you come home. I know you're drinking. We all know you're drinking. Now I ain't seen you puff on the weed, but I know you're drinking. You got something in that cup, baby. Trust me. But the thing of it is, I would like to say, Blueface, you need to get it together. Get your life together, my baby. Because you keep on going the way you going, you just gonna destroy your career. You gonna destroy your career. And far as Holy Hand Rock, she good. She's shining like a diamond on you, your mama, Jaden. And I'm not gonna even put Nevaeh in here because Nevaeh, if she was messing with Blueface, nobody didn't know about Nevaeh till you went to jail and she came on the video talking about she wasn't gonna spend all her hard earnings, okay? Her hard earnings on nobody that's in jail. That was her words. Pull it up. See, nobody ain't talking about that. Let Rock would have said something like that before she got pregnant. It would have been all over social media. It would have been all over it. But you still sitting up on putting the veil on a high, and she was the one said them words while you were locked up. But then you got nerve enough to say nobody held you down. We can pull up some videos and see who held you down when you first went in. We saw it. The whole world saw it. And you come out of jail and treat Holy Hand Rock like that. That girl would have been down with you till you got out of jail, till you start doing your narcissist, whatever how you pronounce it. When you start doing all that to her, she said, I'm not about to do nothing else. And she went on with her life. Because you ran her away. She didn't walk away. You ran her away, Blueface. You didn't leave her all the money that you left for Jaden, and Jaden treated you like nothing when you was in prison. Bringing her family to the Disney World with your money. But what did you leave for Krishan? Nothing. What you leave for Krishan Jr.? Krishan Porter, Baby Jesus Porter. What did you do for him? Nothing. So whatever Jaden did to you, she gonna keep on doing it because you letting her do it. You put Krishan Rock out as the bad person, and all the while, Blueface, it was you. All the while, it was you and your whack manager, Whack 100, and your mama. Then Papa Blue, he gets into it. At first, we liked the Papa Blue. Until he tried to sneak that DNA test. I just said, Papa Blue, I'm done with you too. We thought Papa Blue had the best interest for Krishan, Holy Hand Rock, and Baby Jesus. I thought Papa Blue had the, and he let Clarissa go in his ear and did all the stuff that he did to that baby and his mama. Behind his no good for nothing son. Blueface, you are so wrong around the board. And I'm telling you what God loves was putting on my heart to let you know. And I hope you get this. I hope you get this. Now the beta, she's so like she's so in love, just like your mama told you. That's a meal ticket for her and her baby. Because when y'all had that junior reveal, she didn't come hug you. She hugged that baby. Like, we made it. That was hilarious. So anything his mama tell him, that lady may talk her mess. And I listen to Blueface Mama. She's funny. She is hilarious. I like her when she doing right, but I don't like her when she's talking about Holy Hand Rock and Baby Jesus. Excuse me. That's when I feel I don't like that lady. She need to stop it. She need to go sit down. And that's how everybody feel. Jaden Alexis, I've been disliking you. Because when you told Blueface, when Blueface asked you, just say, for instance, if something went on with me and Krishan and I had to have the baby to come live with us, and you told him you would put that baby in the back, I'm still going to put that on every video I put out. That set me in the type of way that, no, Jaden, you really hate black folks that much? Pretend like you love us? For that to come out of your mouth to say you're going to put that baby in the back? We've been in the back for a long time. It's time for us to be in the front, my baby. So you better get it right and get it right. You remember, you had a baby for a black man. Your mother-in-law black. Your sister, your baby, your kids, daddy, mama is black. His sister is black. His brother is black. I don't know too much about his daddy. I don't know if he black or mixed or what. I don't know. But for you to sit there and say that you would put that baby in the back, you turned me off then. And then if it didn't turn nobody else off, I don't know. I don't feel. I ain't hear Clarissa check Jaden about that and how you talking about soda powder and all this old stuff. My bloodline, where you need to keep on covering your bloodline and you stop letting people do that to your grandson. You don't go along with this person, these people on social media talking about your grandson, your bloodline. Miss Clarissa, you is a nice person. But this social media almost destroyed your family. Now, you done got Rock out of the way. She's gone. She ain't coming back that way. Now it's just time for you to mend with your grandson. What you expect? Rock is upset because how y'all treated her baby. Y'all could have went at her, but when y'all went at that baby, that was the problem. So, Clarissa, if you say baby Jesus is your bloodline and you know that's your bloodline, well, you need to make it right with the mama so you can be with your bloodline, not put him on social media, not making fun of him, not doing this. Be a grandmother. He's got some kind of, condition, but God gonna pull him out of all of that. Y'all ain't gonna even know when Krishan, baby Jesus, finish his therapies and all that he's doing, and they working with him and stuff. I'm gonna tell you, And I'm telling you what God love. God putting this in my heart to say this. That boy is going to be a boxer and he going to whoop his daddy butt. And he going to be a runner just like his mama. God knows what everybody, all his children going to do before you know what they going to do. That's the way the baby had to come out for him to be successful as baby Jesus. Not Krishan Jesus Porter, baby Jesus. He is baby Jesus. And I pray every day and I ask God, I want to see how this all going to play out when this baby turn old and be running on track, boxing. I just want to see how this play out. I love Krishan like she's my daughter, and I don't even know this young lady. Because she attached to a man that I love dearly, and that's Jesus Christ. He my everything. And I'm so glad that Krishan made him her everything. Now we're going to see her success. I hope everybody just get it together. Everybody's sick and tired of this foolishness and wreckery and all this that's going on. All this was going on before Blueface went in jail, and Blueface tried to come back out and bring all this circus back out, and it's not working. Because you know what? Rock ain't in that gumbo. Rock is not in that gumbo no more. So he doing everything that he used to do before he went to jail. Now the next thing, he gonna try to, since he got off parole and all this old stuff, he not on probation, he can go to Las Vegas, he can go anywhere he wanna go. Now, he gonna go mess with Rock, but you know what? The coach ain't gonna let that happen. And coach, you stand on that. You stand on that. And I got one more thing to say before I leave. Bino, I'm glad that you did what you did for her. But you got into that circus with Blueface, Whack 100, and all these people. And now you lost the wife that you wanted. You lost her. Like she said, you apologize. You say you were sorry. Like she said, when she saw you, she wanted to whoop your. But she humble now. She is humble. Everybody trying to come at her before she go into this fight. I feel, mark my words, Blueface gonna try to go to Baltimore since he off his probation and all that stuff. He gonna try to go to Baltimore to see Krishan. Because he know Krishan don't want to have nothing to do with him. He gonna go to Baltimore to see Krishan. He gonna go to Baltimore. Nevaeh, baby girl, I know you young, and I'm gonna say some words to you too. You watched it. If you was in Blueface life the whole time he was dealing with Jaden and Krishan and the stuff he was doing, why would you want to be in something like that? You got to be just as crazy as Blueface. I wouldn't put my kid, I would run with my kid. And baby, we'll see you when I have to let the load out, you will see me. But right now, I'm going and bake my baby. That's what I would be telling Blueface. Because if you don't get away from this, all all this going on, you're going to be wind up losing that Blueface baby. You're going to wind up losing that meal ticket, my baby. If you stay around all that frickery that Blueface is doing. Like you told him, hey, don't go out and sleep with nobody. But then he said, well, I may not sleep with nobody, but I'm sure going to get me some. That's telling you right there. You begging him to don't go out and mess around on you. All them women, girl, you better run. Run with your Blueface baby before you won't have a Blueface baby. Because Clarissa is already threatening you, telling you, you don't do right by that baby. She going to bring, like they did Krishan. Come on now. They did all that to this girl. They did all this to Krishan. They did all this to this child and her baby. And why would you want to put your baby into this? And your son. Why would you want to go with this? Girl, take your baby and your son and run from Blueface. Blueface is not going to change. He's not going to change. He know he still love Holy Hand Rock. He know he still love Rock. He was supposed to get out of jail. I'm going to tell you what he was supposed to do. While Krishan was taking care of him for them years and stuff, that year, whatever, some change or whatever, he was supposed to come out and be a better person, and him and Rock came out and made that money together with their baby. You should be there helping her with that baby, knowing he got a disability, instead of trying to go out and make another baby. You should have came out of jail and been a father to that baby and took care of that baby. Hell, what Jaden talking about. Them kids is good. But Krishan needs you with her to help her with your son that you caused to make this child did what she did because she loved it you. Krishan would have bent over backwards for you, Mr. Jonathan Porter. Because I ain't calling you Blueface because you're a stupid face. You need to get it together. And Nevada, if I was you, I would run. I would run so fast and tell Blueface I'll see you when the baby's born. Because if you don't, they're going to be stressing you out. And that's what they're trying to do, baby. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to stress you out so you can lose that baby. Jaden had already said she ready to eliminate it when you was talking about you was pregnant one time before. Anything, Blueface might get on there and talk about Jaden like a dog. But Jaden ain't gonna go nowhere. Talking about she trying to find love. Girl, please. You was happy with you and Blueface doing parenting things together. You was so happy. You was tickle pink. You were probably sitting there laughing in your gut at Krishan. Now see, I still got him. That's probably what you were saying to Karak. But Lavelle was on her way with that baby. When she said she was pregnant, when that girl said Lavelle was pregnant, Lavelle was pregnant. And Blueface tried to get her to eliminate that baby. And Lavelle say nope. Same thing he tried to do with Rock. And I think the baby is kind of got, disability problems because I heard that you're not supposed to do a DNA test to see if the baby is. When they stick that needle into that baby, they say it does something to the baby. That could have been the cause of that baby came out the way he is. And Krishan went along with that. And I know they told her that was dangerous for the baby. I know they told her that was dangerous for the baby. But she went along with that to prove to Blueface that was his baby. And if it wasn't his baby, it was Ronnie's baby. Because them the only two people that she really, really loved. That's what's the two people that really, really Krishan loved in her heart. And she couldn't turn her back on Ronnie because Ronnie did some time because the situation that would happen with them, she couldn't turn her back on him when he got out. That's the type of person she is. But Ronnie let Blueface Mama probably whack 100 to put whatchamajigam in his back, what they call that? Battery in his back to come out and lie and say that was his baby. He knew all the while that wasn't his baby. But I'm gonna tell you like this. You better be worrying about if Nevaeh baby is yours. Cause she was with Snoop around Christmas time too. Come on now, hello. They showed the video. And that was around the time when she came to you for Christmas. I think that was before Christmas. I think. If I'm not mistaken, that was before Christmas when she was with Snoop. Then she came with you with the Christmas gifts. With the Christmas gifts. That was after. That was after. So, I'm not going to say that's not Blueface, baby. But I know that everybody's saying that the timeline is not right. Everybody's saying that. They're saying the timeline is not right. The timeline is not right. I know Nevaeh was with by Snoop Dogg right before Christmas. Play the video back and see. Y'all can see when she was, and then she went to Blueface. She went to Blueface Christmas with the gifts. Because Blueface said, well, you brought me gifts? You didn't have to do that. That was after she was with Snoop. Like everybody's saying, that might be Snoop baby. I ain't going to put that on Snoop baby, so don't say I said nothing. I ain't getting sued or nothing. But just like they say, the timeline. And I'm just like saying, I'm just saying scenario. You sitting here talking about Krishan baby, it's not your baby. You better worry about that baby that Nevaeh having. We know your little boy is your baby. We know that. That's you. We all know that. We all know that. Journey, I got some questions about Journey because Journey looked more like Jaden. I don't see Blueface nowhere in Journey. Now I see Jaden. So don't be surprised. Y'all sit here and dog Krishan, made her go take that test, which y'all knew that test is not safe for a baby. Y'all knew that. Y'all had the girl drinking because she loved it. Blueface with all her. Blueface ain't gonna never, ever, ever find no love like Krishan had for him. And that's all I got to say about that. He ain't gonna never find no love that Krishan had for him. Nope. He's not. Jaden didn't love Blueface. Jaden loved what Blueface could have done for her and got her out wherever she was living in. Hello. Let's tell the real, baby. I'm sitting here telling the real. I'm just sitting here just looking at this and putting all this together and stuff like that. I'm just telling what God loved. Bino could have been with Krishan because they had chemistry together. But he know he messed it up. They could have been sitting on top of the world making more money than Beyonce and Rihanna and Rocky. If Bino wouldn't have let them people put that battery in his back. Him and Krishan had chemistry. I mean real chemistry together. That's why he had to try to come back and see if he can get her back again. He knew what he had. And Blueface knew what he had. Both of them lost. Both of them lost. Bino and Krishan was supposed to be the power couple like Jay-Z and Rihanna. I mean, say Jay-Z and Beyonce and Rocky and Rihanna. They were supposed to be the next come up. As far as with that. Power couple. But he messed it up. God give him that Christian woman. Even Bino came from a Christian family. He came from a Christian family. How can you mess that chance that you had with Holy Hand Rock? How? So, I understand how she feels. She forgive him because she is a forgiving person. She forgave him, but you lost. You had it. You had it all. But you let them put batteries in your back. And you came out, you turned on her son, talk about her son, she ain't gonna never want to deal with you again. Look at Jiggy, K Suave, who else? All these people that never sit there and dragged her and talked about that baby. I bet you Krishan is still friends with them. And they are still friends with her. But the reason why the relationship didn't work is because her heart had belongs to Blueface. And Blueface lost it. She's gone. She ain't going back to Blueface. Y'all ain't even got that to worry about. All that with Blueface, she had enough. She didn't have enough. She looking at the bigger picture. You see, she don't have the DJ. She don't have her around her no more. Marsh was the last person. I don't know if her and Marsh still talking, but she don't have Marsh around her no more. She ain't got all them negative around her anymore, because them the ones was trying to make her look bad in a sense. And she was always trying to tell them, come on board with me. We gonna make it, us together. But they looked at bigger pictures, thought they was gonna be big without Rock. You don't hear nothing about G-Day Sky. You don't hear Marsh. She comes on and say what she gotta say and be bad and all that. Girl, nobody ain't worrying about you no more, Marsh, because I never thought that you would turn on Rock. Baby Jesus is your godchild. That is your godchild. You should never turn on your godchild and his mother. That's not cool. That's serious, because if anything would have happened to Rock or Blueface, you were supposed to step in to take care of that baby. You the godmother. That's what godmothers do. You don't go on the other side for a bag against your, just like you wouldn't let nobody harm your son, when you're not supposed to let nobody harm your godchild. That's just it. That's all I got to say. I didn't went too much, but I hope I can get it in. But y'all have a blessed day. And this is Evangelist Sunshine. And I hope Blue I wanted to get to Blue. I wanted to get to Rock. I wanted to get to Clarissa. I wanted to get to all of them so they can understand what nobody else ain't saying. But that's what I wanted to say. Because I'm looking at this. I'm on social media for 24 hours with Rock and Rock and Rock. I'm following her journey. And Blueface too, because I know Blueface can be a better person. But he can't, like I always tell my kids, my oldest son is 42 years old. And I always tell him, I tell all my kids, never be a follower, be a leader. And Blueface can't look bad in front, but you look bad when you lost that goddamn fight, baby. That was bad. But you wasn't into it. You want to be with the women's. You think all that about is women, women, women. Them women's trying to just get what they can get and say they was with Blueface. Them women don't care nothing about you like Rock cared about you. Rock loved it you. Period. Just like Whack 100 gonna say Rock tried to kill Blue and set him up and all that. Nah, I don't believe that. And I ain't gonna believe that. I ain't gonna believe that. That's not her. Mm-mm. I don't care what y'all say about it. Y'all can talk about Rock all day. I'm still not gonna believe nothing y'all saying about her. Cause she ain't show me nothing. Mm-mm. She just was defending herself and her baby. That's all she showed me. That's all she showed me. Defending her and her baby. That's all she was doing. In Jesus' name, I gotta go.